What's good, people? It's Infinite GTV BrickLayerProductions. Today we in hard-hitting New Britain to do some Q&A with a CT artist named Tayloe. So with that being said, roll intro. Yo, what it is, man? Your boy Infinite GTV BrickLayerProductions. We're here with my man Tayloe, CT artist out of New Britain, out here doing his thing. So we're gonna get into his mind with a little Q&A and see what he's about. What's good, my dude?
Sure, man. Thank you for having me. Seriously,
No doubt,
I
I appreciate you, coming out. I know people's time is very valuable nowadays.
Yeah.
And you took the chance to come out here and spend it with us for a few moments today.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, so Tayloe, man.
Yes, sir.
The meaning behind that name. Give us a little insight on that.
Tayloe is, first of all, my father. He actually did research on Jefferson, which is my real last name. And our slaves, our ancestors, our ancestors were on their plantation, and Jefferson derived from a different slave owner. Okay. So
people who owned you.
Exactly.
Yep.
So then, before that, we were actually owned by a guy named John Tayloe. So that kind of where it kind of stops. So I say, you know what? Let me take that Tayloe name and flip it. So it's trust above, you'll learn over everyone. So, and that right there to me is a direct kind of reverse from what my ancestors went through. So I'm trying to lift it up.
I like that. I like that because you took something negative and turned it into a positive.
Yes, sir.
And that's deep, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what we've always done as people and stuff like that. Like when the master used to give us scraps and stuff like that, we took them scraps and turned it into a delicacy, which is now known as soul food. So it's in our DNA to take negatives and turn them into positives.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, give me some insight on some of your inspirations of who made you wanted to get into this rap game and why.
Going back to my father again, he actually listened to had me listen to Earth, Wind & Fire, James Brown, so many artists, Prince, Michael Jackson, and I'm always vibing with him, driving in the car. I think he was the first person to actually have a CD player in his car. So, and he would, we would vibe. And
that's when we were rocking with the cassettes and 8-tracks. We wanted them CDs when they first came out. You had to put a walk.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it. So, yeah, that gave me so much inspiration. I couldn't sing. I could harmonize, but I couldn't sing. Okay. And so, as growing, music kept growing and growing, I find myself doing like nursery rhymes. Like my name is Corey. Yep. How about you? Stuff like that. And then listening or watching Jay-Z and Nas, and there's so many influences. And then I met a guy named Pastor Rez. He was a very heavy influence on me when it came to music, because he did Christian music. Okay. So like I don't know if he was one of the first ones in CT, but I want to say one of the first ones in CT to do it. He came from New York, so shout out to Pastor Rez. And then
shout out to New York too.
Yes, sir. Definitely. So, and that's what kind of got me going, and obviously other artists, Eminem, 50 Cent, when high school G Unit came out, so it was kind of like, whoa, look at these guys. So that's what kind of inspired me. And then I met my boy Mark Pascal, shout out to Pascal, and we met after high school, but that's when I really started, writing and trying to mold myself. Okay.
That's deep. I like that. Those are some good inspirations.
Definitely.
All right, so with that being said, staying on the topic of hip-hop, what does hip-hop mean to you other than just the music aspect or becoming successful with that?
All right, well, there's this book by KRS-One, the teacher. It's called The Gospel of Hip-Hop, and it's a great read. I recommend anyone who's doing hip-hop or who wants to know about the culture to get that book. That's the first and foremost. And in that book, it teaches you hip is to know and hop is to move. and you know, that's just intelligent moving. And that's not credit to me. I didn't come up with that. Like I said, it's in the gospel of hip hop. But hip hop to me is an expression, expressing yourself. No boundaries, no limits, just literally giving your all into something, being creative. And no matter if you're white, black, Chinese, anything, old, young, it doesn't matter. And to express yourself, especially in the times right now, there's so much pain and, you know, like school shootings, things like that. You know, that we have no other way of expressing ourselves positively, you know, other than getting on the computer or your phone and, you know, posting something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what hip hop is so important. It's an outlet. It's an outlet.
Indeed it is. It's therapy.
Yes.
Just as music is to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
With no residual effects, but to just vibe out too.
And you know what? I love when you said that, because it brings people together.
Universal language.
Yeah, it's like, if you look, I'm getting goosebumps a little bit, because now you can look, right? We can go to overseas, and they can be playing all different, you know, music, and then hip hop will come on, and everybody be like knowing the words. You don't even have to know English.
I was just about to touch on that, because I haven't only seen it in hip hop, but I've seen it in rock music. I've seen it in R&B. Yeah. People go to like Japan and then predominantly speak Japanese over there, but they can speak the whole song and sing it in English. Yeah. And that says something about how music moves people. Exactly. That's deep.
There's a lot of people, even in some interviews, or you ask someone who came from a different country, how they learn English? I listen to music.
That's so deep.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
All right. That's a good answer. I like that. I like how you elaborated on that. Brought up some good points and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So your music. What message, if any, do you want people to take away from listening to your music? What are you trying to convey into it?
That nobody's perfect. Like, that's the biggest thing. That nobody's perfect. We all have flaws, but we're all able to correct those flaws and work on ourselves consistently. And you know, it's a daily thing. Like with my music, I don't want to be a quote unquote average Joe, but I want you to realize that I'm a lifer, and I'm not talking about prison. I'm a lifer. I live. I have kids. I go to work. You know, I don't like the word average Joe, but like I said, in that context, you know, I'm not better than you. I'm just like you. And there might be some things that you're better than me at, and I might be better at you in some aspects, but we're still going to the same place. You know what I'm saying? We're all trying to make money. We're all trying to better our families.
All trying to be happy.
Exactly. And you know, the one thing I love about hip hop, but you know, I don't want to say hip hop. Hip hop is its own entity. One thing I don't like about rap sometimes is the fact that we glorify too many materialistic things
and negativities.
Exactly. And I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna contradict myself now. I'm not gonna sit here that I haven't done that before. Yes, I have.
But you learned from it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So yes, at the end of the day, I want the nice house and cars and things like that, but I can't take it with me at all. And that's why I say I'm just like you, because even if I'm famous, I already feel famous. I already feel like I made it. People are healthy. I'm good at music. I'm raising my kids. You know, I don't live in a nice crazy house. I live in an apartment, but I'm alive, so I feel like I've already made it.
So basically you just enjoy it for doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's getting closer to God.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is to me.
Okay. I respect that. Yeah. All right, so I asked this question to a lot of people just to see where their head is at. If you could be on a track with someone that's made it in the industry, dead or alive, give me some examples of who you would like to be on a track with and why.
This is gonna be to the left, but Nina Simone.
I was not expecting that, but I respect it.
Yeah, Nina Simone If you guys don't know, she was an activist, and I don't want to say one of the first activists, but one of the activists in music itself. And I watched a whole documentary on her, and I fell in love with her, just because of the fact that she just meant so much to the culture, like, and she got blackballed too. So she was saying all this stuff and trying to be an activist, but ended up getting blackballed. But just because she was one of the first, and when I watched that, I connected to her. I made a song about it too, to be honest. But
okay,
it's just
I like that one because I mean that Southern Trees Bear Strange Fruit song,
bro,
that hit home, bro. I mean, you listen to the lyrics and the way the music is and the way she's singing to that, it's just so eerily, truthfully deep, and like it hits you to the core.
And a lot of her songs are used a lot. Like, I can't think of it on top of my head of which one, but you would think, who the heck sing it? Oh wait, I seen this Simone song. So I mean, I would love just to have a conversation with her.
Get in their head,
yeah,
right?
Just to see where is she at that point, because that's brave, man. That's at that
especially
time.
Back then. Yeah, say less. Say less.
Exactly. You got the same page, man. Same page.
Yes, sir. You already know. All right, so today's hip hop. What do you think about it and where it's going? Like, seriously, be honest.
Yeah, no, I like the new hip hop because hip hop has to elevate. And I wouldn't even call what they're, and this is gonna be controversial, but to me, it's rap. Hip hop is a lifestyle, and this is what teacher says. Carol says, hip hop is something we live, rap is something we do. Okay, so, but I like where it's going because it's elevating, it's different. Now, can we talk about some different things? Yes, I would rather have us talk about, like I'm saying, life stuff instead of sipping codeine and all this stuff and shooting and all this, like, because it's getting, that stuff is not, it's going into our generation's ears, and it's like, it's too impressionable.
Right, and let me touch on that a little bit. I understand that it has to elevate, but I find that today's sound is too complacent. Like, everybody's sounding the same and talking on the same topic. Now, in the era that I was in, when hip-hop was like fresh, you had your militant rappers, you had your gangster rappers, you had your comedic rappers like Fresh Prince and stuff like that. You had your storytellers. Like, it was all hip-hop, but no one sounded the same. And in that day also, you couldn't bite somebody's stuff, which means take their stuff and use it for your success, and get away with it. So that's the only problem that I have with it. I understand that the sound has to change and that it has to go in a different direction to elevate and keep moving forward, because evolution is the success to surviving. But for it to sound, I can't tell the difference between Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I completely get it. I understand it. It's just, and I don't want to step on what you said, because it's to me the same thing.
Go ahead.
Because I understand that you're saying that, everybody's sounding the same, and that is true. But a lot of times too, rappers, like up and coming rappers, get compared to, oh, you sound like J. Cole, you sound like this guy. So yes, but, and I understand that you're saying that it's too much, it's oversaturated. I understand that, and I do agree with that. I think what it is everybody's scared to be different.
Okay.
And also on the flip side, everybody wants to make it, quote unquote. So hey, that guy's doing that, so I gotta be like that.
Coattail.
Exactly, exactly. But what I truly feel is, I truly agree with you. It needs to change. It needs to be more diverse. It needs to be spread out. Where, like you said back in the day, where you had the comedic rappers, you had the storytellers,
militant, gangster.
Yeah, all that. To me, it will. It will. I feel like once all the categories are filled up.
So you think it'll come back around full circle?
Of course, it has to.
I agree with you.
It has no choice to.
I'm just waiting for that day to happen.
Well, you know what? It is gonna happen because you're doing it right now.
Trust me on that. All right.
Bro.
So what's different about your music than anybody else's?
I would say it's walk with me music.
That's a refreshing answer. Walk with me. Elaborate on that.
Because, like I said before, we're all the same, right? I'm taking you on a journey. You're walking with me through my life. So everything that I go through, all my ups, all my downs, even, you know, depression, everybody deals with some type of...
So you're honest in your music as well?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I'm not gonna tell you, I got 100,000 in the bank. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I said I was wrong, I'm gonna say like I should never did that. You know, type thing in my music. But yeah, man, just walk with me music, man. Just, you know, I have this song called The Long Nights. It's coming out pretty soon, and it expresses that. You know, you come take a walk with me, you know, like through my whole life. Catch my teardrops before they fall. You know, be there with me. You know, because we all need somebody to lean on. You know, like my OG, we need somebody to lean on.
Yeah.
You know, so, and to me, artists, a lot of artists are expressing that now too, as well. So,
yeah, I think a lot of people have come to the understanding and with the grips about mental health, and a lot of more people are expressing that and acknowledging it, that there are things that need to be, you know, tended to when it comes to that. And like I've said, that music is therapeutic, and if you could touch somebody with your music and it could give them a little bit of break from that mental anguish that some of them are suffering from, then why not, right? Yeah,
I mean, we're all in need of some type of relief from our 9-to-5s or our drama and our families. You know, we all need that. So I mean, you know, listening to someone other than a therapist, it doesn't have to be a therapist or whatever it may be. If you don't want, I'm not comfortable going to therapy, my music could be a therapy. You know, and because I've listened to a lot of artists. Like, I don't have one particular artist who I gravitate towards. You know, like, I look like a Kid Cudi. He has a lot of stuff talking about depression, things like that, Man on the Moons and all that. And if you're feeling that way, and you need some, you know, and you don't want to talk about, throw them on.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and, you know, and it's okay to cry too. It's okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't keep that shit balled up, man.
Yeah, not at all. Because you know what? And this is a whole different subject, but when you keep things balled up like that, that's when other shit tends to happen. You know, dumb stuff at a gas station.
You start
you know?
compiling your problems and stuff, and then it explodes, and that's not a healthy way for it to be dealt with.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
That's deep. I like that. I like how you broke that down, man. You put some thought into that.
Thanks.
What's one thing that people don't know about you that you would want them to know about you?
Well, the whole world don't know me. So, but like people personally, like around me,
Period. Yeah, like what's one thing about Tayloe that, you know, I know there's people that know Tayloe, and there's people that don't know Tayloe, but if there's one thing about you that you want the whole world to actually know about you, what would that be?
I'm human, man, and I hurt just like you, and I'm vulnerable at sometimes. You know, I feel vulnerable at sometimes. You know, I'm transparent. You know, I'm not cocky, I'm not arrogant, you know, I am confident, you know, but I'm just like you, I'm human, you know, so approach me with love and kindness, and I'll approach you with love and kindness, you know, and
that ain't too much to ask for, right?
Not at all. Peace, man.
I mean, you ain't even gotta come out of pocket to do that.
Not at all. And I just want peace like everybody else, straight up. You know, I have 4 beautiful kids, man. I want them to grow up in this world with not having any issues. Like, and
that's hard.
It is.
But it ain't too much to ask for.
It's not, as a father, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, but and I care, man. I care, and you know what? And I'm glad that I'm rolling like this, and I don't care about your politics. I don't care about who you are, what you do. You're a person. You know what I mean? So I respect you.
You can coexist with anybody.
Anybody.
Doesn't matter what they do behind closed doors or who they believe in or how they live their life. As long as they come with you with respect and integrity, then you cool with that. You can coexist with them. We can ride out together.
We all good. We're all good. You know, I don't care if you're Democratic, Republican, gay, straight.
Doesn't matter.
Bro, it don't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. So as an artist, you've been in this hip hop thing for a minute, as you expressed. How do you feel you contribute to the culture of hip hop? Not the industry, the business aspect, but the culture itself.
Originality. Bringing back originality. Like we talked before. Everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody's saying the same shit. There's too many littles, there's too many this and that. I'm bringing it back full circle.
Okay.
You know?
Alright, so you that link.
Yeah, and as well, bringing God back into it more. When I write, I'm closer to God. Right in that moment. Okay. You know, Eckhart Tolle talks about the now. There's a great book. You should, like, it's the now. And when I'm writing, that's when God's giving me these lyrics. It's like, whoa. It's like me and God is sitting just like me and you. So that's what I'm bringing. Like, you know, Kanye, when Jesus walks in the club, you know, like that was iconic.
I don't think motherfuckers really understood the concept of that song.
Yo, not at all. And I'm not a religious person, but like I said, like I want to bring God more into music, and that's also the gospel of hip hop as well. KRS-One, that book, I'm telling you, gotta read it, because it brings God. You know, he's great. He's a great dude. You know? So that's what I'm trying to do as well.
All right, I like that. I mean, you went into it and expressed it in a way that most people don't, won't, or can't. You know.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your answer on that.
Definitely.
All right, so this hip hop thing. Say you don't make it in the industry, and you don't go out on tour, and you ain't selling millions of albums, and people are not breaking down doors to get at you and get a signature and want to take a picture. Will you still consider yourself being successful, and why?
Of course, because it's not about all that. That's a plus.
That's a plus.
That's a huge plus. But I would be okay. Man, if I had 100 fans, 50 fans, 20,
and they gotta be real too.
Yeah. You know, I would treat them like they are 100,000. You're feeling my music, man. Come on, bro. That's what I actually would appreciate more. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I said, oh, that's a plus. You know, and I wouldn't be sad about it either. You know, it's like I said before, hip hop's about expressing yourself. Of course, everybody wants the money. Of course, everybody wants the cars. Of course, who doesn't want that? But like you said earlier, to have someone singing your lyrics, to have people that don't even know English.
And I've watched people who I went to go see who were performers, and I watched them sing a certain part of their song and then hold the mic up so they could hear the audience sing the rest of it. Now I've taken that all in, listening to these, you know, thousands of people singing the thing, but my main focus was watching the artist's face when he heard those people singing it. And you can tell it touched his heart, man. Because you know that when you were in your room or wherever you were at and you were penning that song, that, you know, you have all these people singing it and gravitating towards it and it touched them and stuff like that. That's a big thing, because a part of you is in all of them.
Bro, you know what? It's funny, man. You remind me of a story that I always tell everybody. I was in Brent High, right? That I was skipping in the auditorium.
Uh-oh.
Don't do that, it's bad.
Snitching on yourself.
Hey, but they can't get me. Who cares? That was years ago. But
it's credibility.
Yeah, it is true. But my brother, so my twin brother Yanni, he was actually really good at the piano. He still is, like, but he was amazing at it. And while he was playing the piano, man, the spotlight happened to be on. You know, like one of those lights. And I'm sitting there and I'm rapping to the piano, and I'm just looking and there's nobody there. And in my mind, I'm imagining so many people listening to my music. And then, like, you know, that, I go back to that moment because it's like, damn, bro, like, that is where, it's like, where I really say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Like, that pivotal moment, it was like a snap. It was like, you should really do this. So, man.
Okay. An epiphany.
There we go.
Alright. So, with that being said, creativity. What is the thought process that goes through your mind when you're getting ready to pen a song? Like, what do you do? Like,
that's a great question.
How do you get yourself ready?
It's very random. Very random. Usually, obviously it has to start with the beat. The beat has to be something I feel.
Okay, so you listen to a track and write to the track?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll listen. I'll go off that. Like I'll throw on a beat and I'm like, all right, okay. And the first word is the most important. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna say first? And like I mentioned earlier, like, you know, that moment I'm writing, like, God gives me the lyrics. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, first word, making moves, got a lot to prove. Okay, write it down. Boom, right there. That's the first line. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So and then from that point, what I do is I just kind of relax. My boy Mark Pascal taught me that. He's like, don't force it, relax, let that joint play, let it come to you. And I just sit back, stare, and just, oh, okay. And that's why I said God. God comes to me. It's like, I call it coins in the penny bank. It's boom, boom, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know.
I like that.
Coins in the piggy bank.
Yeah. It's whatever works for you to get them creative juices flowing.
Definitely.
I'm not mad at you.
Definitely.
All right, so I appreciate you letting us get up in your head and you expressing yourself the way you did. Before we allow you to spit something, why don't you give the people, the viewers, where they can get in contact with you, where they can gravitate towards listening to your music and all your social media platforms?
Right now I'm currently on Instagram. It's Tayloe 28. I have a SoundCloud, but I'm not gonna give you that because I want to start brand new. Right. So on my Instagram, I'll let you know when music's coming out. I want it to be like that because there's a lot of easy access these days. So if you like me, if you find me interesting, and when my music does come out, go on my Instagram, it's Tayloe 28, and then I'll let you know where you can get it.
All right, you heard it straight out the horse's mouth. Make sure you support your CT artists because they out here grinding for you to help put CT on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna be back in a few moments. And this dude right here gonna spit something so you can understand who he is and how he flow and all that stuff. Make you gravitate towards his music even a little bit more. Alright?
Definitely. Hey yo, this is Tayloe. I'm ready to spit something for y'all, alright? Y'all ready? Black Soda, you already know though. Feeling like Kanye West, rocking the polo. Then kick more bars and skateboards and dojos, but still feel empty inside. I'm going loco. God, get this hump off my back. Quasimodo, niggas freeze when I spit. Take a photo. It's cold outside. Well, tell me something I don't know. Only the strong survive. Others fall in love with the cocoa. Looking out the window for the popo. I'm dope with this shit. So they kicking in the front door. Camera in my face like, nigga, you know you want more. Now go to the booth, my nigga. Out here record. I've been the brightest out since Thomas invented lipo. Born around the time the Joker became a psycho. Now go ahead and reach for these bars like you blindfold. That's like Stevie Wonder looking for a typo. No disrespect. Niggas been fucking the world and she ain't coming yet. I got what you need, baby. Let me release your stress. They say the grass is not greener on the other side, but them niggas over there never hopped the fence. No regrets, I'm not satisfied. Been wearing my parachute like it's hammer time. Ready to jump for it all. Fuck the favorite side, looking for a piece of mind. Lost it in the ditch with fingerprints that I cannot find. Never been afraid. Watch as I avoid the grave. Feeling like my ancestors. I'm not used to these chains. Gotta break them off. Watch as I run away. Right to success, my nigga. It's like a block away. Freedom, my brother. Oh, happy day. I'll be a favorite MC. I'm 4 bars away. Damn, that's hard to say when DMX passed away. What a legend. Becoming famous, it got me second guessing. Everything's not real what you see. All these crabs got me holding the barrel over the sea. A brainwashed mentality only causes tragedy. Gotta switch it up. I'm avoiding all the casualties. Adjust the strategy. Create space so I can flow through it all. No gravity. The whole world's my masterpiece. Dreaming working with my sons like I'm Master P. Split it 4 ways, my brother. You know a rack of peace. It's Tayloe.